First time me and my husband ever went to go out eat together, it was really funny because I was a little bit shy, but I can never finish my food, okay? I get full really fast. So then I had to ask the waiter for a to-go box. And I look at my husband, I told him, like, don't judge me. And he's like, why? And then I'm like scraping each and every single grain of rice in the to-go box. He's like, do you want me to order you more food? He thought I was really hungry. And I'm like, no, but I respect the rizq that Allah has given me. I will not throw away not even one grain of rice. Why won't Allah increase my rizq? Because you don't respect the rizq that Allah has already given you. And I'm gonna tell you a story. There was a man. Now, by the way, I cannot find this anywhere. My brother-in-law had told me this story a long time ago, and I asked him about it again. He's like, yes, it's Hadith Nabawi. And I'm like, okay, find it for me because I can't find it. But he hasn't found it yet. But I want to share this with you guys. There is a man who Allah had given him a lot of rizq. So he went to Rasulullah ﷺ and he told him, I want my rizq to decrease. So can you ask Allah to decrease my rizq? Because you know, with the rizq, the provisions Allah has given you, it's a test for you too. Rasulullah ﷺ said, okay. So then the man goes home. Whenever it was time for them to eat, he would lay out a flat sheet on the floor, and then they would all eat on the floor. And then once they're done, he would pick up the plates, and then there'd be crumbs. And he would take that crumbs, and then he would go give it to the birds. He would feed the birds those crumbs. So then he noticed that his rizq increased, his provision increased. And then he went back to Rasulullah ﷺ and he said, Ya Rasulullah, like why is Allah giving me more rizq when I asked him to decrease it for me? And so Rasulullah ﷺ asked him, he's like, okay, what have you been doing? So then he told him about like the birds, about the food, the crumbs, and feeding the birds. And Rasulullah ﷺ said, if you respect Allah's rizq, how do you expect Allah to decrease your rizq? So if you don't respect the rizq that Allah has already given you, how do you expect Allah to increase it? And I'm going to give you guys a really easy example. A lot of people don't eat leftovers. A lot of people don't eat leftovers. If you're one of these people, and don't tell me in the comments, don't be like, oh my God, that's me. No, just say, may Allah guide me, okay? If you're one of these people where if you have a plate and it's filled with rice and you always leave a few grains of rice left and you just throw them out instead of just eating it, that's one thing that you should change. Eat all your food. You buy clothing. Do you buy like 5 pairs of jeans and you only wear 1, or you only wear 2, and then the other ones they're just going to waste? Let's say you get paid $100 a week, let's just say, okay? Or you get allowance of $100 a week. Do you use all the $100 up only on yourself and you never give to the poor or to the needy or to the orphan? If yes, then now you know what you need to change, okay? I'm gonna tell you guys a funny story. The first time me and my husband ever went to go out eat together, it was really funny because I was a little bit shy, but I can never finish my food, okay? I get full really fast. So then I had to ask the waiter for a to-go box. And I look at my husband, I told him, like, don't judge me. And he's like, why? And then I'm like scraping each and every single grain of rice in the to-go box. He's like, do you want me to order you more food? He thought I was really hungry. And I'm like, no, but I respect the rizq that Allah has given me. I will not throw away not even one grain of rice. You know, and the blad, I was lucky because I was able to feed that to the cats. You know, like no food in our house ever goes to waste. And in America, I don't know what it is, the fishy barakah. Like, I try to feed the cats in the hara here, and they're so bougie, okay? Because all you people keep buying them food in cans and, like, what are those nasty dried foods? I took that hadith. Anybody knows it, please tell me. But I took that as such a huge lesson. And not because I want Allah to... I didn't do it because I wanted Allah to increase me in my rizq. No. It's because that story was so profound, how much we should be appreciating Allah's rizq. So now it's just like, I will never let anything go to waste. A lot of people know this about me. I don't let things go to waste. I'll reuse them. Sometimes I'll freeze them. I swear to God, there's meals. I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to freeze this. I'm going to eat it later on. I don't care. If you want Allah to increase your rizq, there's dua, there's Quran that you could do, but also respect the rizq that you have already. We'll say alhamdulillah. And don't forget to help the poor. There's so many people that could use it right now.